Hey everyone, it's Nicholas Wilton at Art to Life, and I am in Aondrea Maynard's art studio right now, and I want to share something really, really cool with you. Aondrea's got some amazing work, and you can click on our links down below to see all of it. But we're going to talk about, Aondrea's Bay Area-based contemporary, nature-based abstract painter is sort of a description, but I'll let you decide. But I want to talk and share with you this work that she's working on right now, or this is an ongoing experimental work. And it has to do with finding your way as you go. I sort of teach this and love this and use this process in my own work. I'm always looking for ways to bring in new stuff, and I can't, trying to not plan everything and leave some risk and chance. And when we started looking at this work and what she's doing, it's so like that. I thought it'd be really cool to share it with you. So tell us about what this is and how you're making these pictures.
Okay, so I'm calling these a part of a collection called the Lost and Found collection. And I think that we both grew up this way. When you're a kid, you're always collecting little pebbles or little fun things found in nature, but I live in a city. So what I'm randomly picking up is things I find on the street that are interesting.
On your walk to the
between
studio.
home and the studio, which is like a 20-minute walk. So I have found just interesting random little things on the walks. And then I've also, collected things over time, images that I love, that whether it's postcards from a show or a card from a friend, things like that you love them, but you can't keep all that stuff forever. So it's sort of like the things that have been treasured, as well as things that are just trash on the street that have just been discarded. Like this is beautiful stamps from a friend in Denmark. So this combination of the story of my life, the things I've treasured and the things I've stumbled upon.
So I have this challenge because I save all these little bits and pieces and I never know what to do with them.
Right.
And I have my work, I have my work that I'm making, which isn't this.
Right.
But I love this because you're making this into work, and your work isn't, your work does feel like this a bit, but it isn't this kind of like, it isn't this, but you're creating work as part of this process of gathering all these things.
Yeah, most of my work right now is mostly paint, mostly oil paint. But I miss collage, and I love collage as well. I teach a lot of collage because it's a great thing for anyone can do it.
And this one over here, you've got a pair of glasses.
Yeah, with the things that I found.
So you found that on the way here?
I found them flattened out like that.
And they're embedded in this gloss medium, or how are you?
These are layered with, they're all, using gel medium for,
to build it up and put them, because there's all these layers. It looks like things are far behind and things in forward.
That it looks kind of like encaustic is because it's a self-leveling pour medium.
Oh, okay, is that a golden?
I think.
Okay, yeah.
I think I used a couple different browns, and then I didn't love the shine, so I used still wool to give it more of this surface.
Wax-like, yeah, it's beautiful.
Right, and then painting on top and kind of in between layers.
Yeah, so you come back in with the paint and the different things to put on top of it.
Yeah, so coming in, I kind of did some little subtle moon shapes and some gestural marks, and then coming in with these little shapes that I just love making.
And these are in your studio, and they're evolving and changing. You're adding to them as you go. And this helps inform your work kind of as you go, or?
I'm not sure about that, but I think, all my work I realize is sort of about our journey of humanity, right? And this is part of it. So I think it does in its own way because there's a poetry to it. Yeah, and I guess what I also realize that there are images that are these kind of images that you can't tell the same stories with just oil paint.
Right.
So, you can get a little bit more information, like what a ladder symbolizes.
Yeah, and you actually even have someone else's artwork, which you never get to do in your own work. That's cool. There's something in this person's work, and you put it in here, and it becomes part of this story.
So there are things I can do with collage that I can't do with paint. So it gives me more permission to tell more stories. Yeah. So that's fun. And I haven't done a lot of that, but I gave myself permission to do that. It was almost meditative, because some of these full-on sheets, some of them are pages of old books, but some of them were found on the street,
And I just love that you don't know what you're going to be adding to your work.
Right.
That every day there's this new thing you're going
Something
to
else
find
that's
and discover
different.
and put in there. That's just really great.
And then you kind of end up seeing a story or a narrative that reveals itself, which is fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's nothing I have all figured out in advance. It's like, it starts showing me, which is fun.
Yeah, really, really cool.
Yeah,
well, thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. So if you want to see more of Aondrea's work, just click on the links below. You also teach, you do some workshops?
Yeah, we have the Art Spa, SF, where we do workshops for team building or birthday parties or New Year's. We have a New Year's thing coming up. We're making journals, art journals.
So you can get on, people can get on the mailing list and all that and follow you on Instagram. All the links are below. So thanks you guys for listening. And, you know, my question that maybe we can talk about is like, what are you doing? How do you set up things that come into your work? What's the best way to, how do you bring in serendipity? How do you bring in chance into your art making process? This is an amazing way to do it, but I'm curious how you do that. Let us know in the comments. Hope your Sunday's awesome, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Hey everyone, if you found this helpful, I have a whole lot more to teach, share, and inspire you with every single week. So please join the Art to Life YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Okay, great. Let's do this.